Hello all, welcome to Think Automation YouTube channel. If you want to learn more about qTest, Tosca and other Tricentis products, then this is the right YouTube channel for you. Please hit the subscribe button and share this video to your friends across so that the knowledge will reach to more people. Right. The topic for the day is qTest insights or reporting. How to get reporting or dashboard from the qTest product. Let's get into the live demo without any further delay. Right. So in a qtest execution or qtest project, you will be able to see, you'll be able to create requirement test cases followed by you can go ahead and execute the test cases. At any point in time, you'll have a need to generate respective dashboard or report either for manual test cases or for automation test cases. You should be able to provide different kinds of KPI or metrics to your team based on so and so criteria. So qtest is a robust tool which provides many possibilities to get the reports. You can also do customization on it and share and schedule the reports to your respective stakeholders. Right. Let's get into the actual topic. So here is a sample project I have taken out. In this project, you will be able to see that test case and test run are executed already. For example, if you go to this release one, there are 16 test runs out of which 9 are passed, 5 are failed, and 1 are blocked, something like that. You have various status. Like that, I have many releases created over there, right? Let's see how we can make report out of this for these test cases and requirements or whatever we need, right? You can also go ahead and get your defects even it is integrated with Jira or not. There is nothing matter. You can go ahead and get your defects report. Right. Let's go into the qtest insights. How you need to navigate. If you click on this, you will see additional option to see insights, which will navigate you to qtest insights. There you will be able to provide dashboards or reports based on your need. Right. There are three basic things that you will see when you land up in qtest insights. Okay, so what are all those? For example, you will see something called analysis reports or analysis dashboard, under which you will have three kinds of predefined system reports available by qtest itself. qtest itself will give you these kind of data, like how many are passed, how many are failed in the recent test run, how many defects are there, how many of them executed, how many of them closed. Those kind of details it will predefine, it will give by project wise, by test cycle wise, by module wise, how many test cases were there, how many of them manual, how many manual passed fail. Similarly, how many of them open defect, how many severe defects are there, all those detail it should be able to give you. These are all predefined system reports. And the next thing, dashboards. We'll come to that. We'll see one by one in detail. But dashboards are nothing but it will give you graphical representation of all your data that is available in qtest manager, either past versus fail or particular project detail, all those stuff it will be able to give you the details, right? And with respect to reports, actual reports, you can see under explore data, you will see many options here by artifact wise, requirement, test cases, test runs, defects, even if it is a qtest defect or if it is an integrated defect with Jira or the overall stuff from other tool and from qtest as well, you will be able to see all those reports, and you can do more customization on it. Yeah, let's get into the topic one by one. I will try to explain all of them, right? Before going into that, there is a basic stuff that you need to understand, right? The first thing will be the global filter. Okay, the global filter, this is the one you need to select it carefully while preparing your dashboards or reports. Okay, here you all your projects from qtest manager, this qtest manager, all the projects will get listed here. As of now I have only the sample project, but whatever you have, all of them will get displayed here. Okay, don't choose too much projects from here. Okay, and don't you can choose a single project as well, that is not an issue. But if you choose too many projects here, like 10, 15, or more than 20, if you choose something like that, there will be huge data in all of the project. For example, each project can contain thousands of test cases or 10,000 of test cases, something like that. If you sum into that, there will be lakhs of data will be coming here. That will take more time to get all this detail. There will be performance issue you may face. So obviously go with a very optimal number of project count that is required for your dashboard. Okay, I'm just demonstrating with single project now, under which you can still provide what is a test cycle I want to pull, those kind of filter you can still provide. Whatever filter that you are choosing, just click on refresh now, then only this will get applied to this page or report, whatever you are seeing it here. Right, that's the first thing. And second thing, there is a settings, right? If you go into settings, this is specifically when you are doing Jira integration. There are many fields available in your Jira. There may be lots of custom field available in your Jira. By default, all of the fields will not be get into qTest Insights. Okay, due to performance issues, so and so reason. So they are restricting how many fields that is coming in from Jira. Okay, in that case, what you need to do, you need to make sure that whatever field that you want to put a report, okay, that field is actually available in qTest Insight. To make sure that either for requirements or defects, you can go into that specific section and you will see what are all available Jira fields that is coming in from Jira. Okay, and then you can just drag and drop this field, then qtest Insights will take these fields into consideration once you click on save. Similarly, you can go into requirement fields, you will be able to see similar stuff. So we have already we are pulling some of the details, or if you are not pulling some of the details, that you can just click on save, then these fields will automatically coming into qTest Insights now for your reporting purpose. These are the two basic stuff that you need to aware as of now. Okay, let's go into the actual reports or dashboard. We'll go into system reports, analysis report. By default, you will be landing in this quality analysis report where it will say how many of them passed, fail, how many qtest or whatever defects you have, that will be having here. It more or like a pass fail percentage from a QA standpoint. Okay, downside as well, you can see the detailed numbers. Once you click on this manual test passed or fail, it will navigate you to the respective test cases, what are all mentioned over there, how many test care passed, all those detail will be mentioned here. Okay, so you can always do that whenever you are referring your analysis report. Again, if you do not see any data here, which means that the date range might be wrong. Okay, you may need to correct it. I'm just changing it to 90 days now. Then you will be able to see the data for this. This will give you by day how many test runs were passed, failed, those kind of information. Right. Let's go into next one, the coverage analysis report. This will give you heat map and how many requirement overall which is get passed from a requirement standpoint, right? And this will give you further split by each requirement, how many test steps were there, how many test runs were there, all those kind of information. You can even put both manual or automation, whatever report that you want to pull, you can pull. If you're integrating with Tosca or any other automation framework with qtest, there is no differentiate between manual and automation test cases reporting. Okay, Insights treat everyone's equal, so all the data will be available in Insights, both manual and automation, whatever test case that you are executing. So you can always go ahead and put a filter saying that how many automation test cases were passed, failed, similar to manual test cases. Specifically, if you're integrating with Tosca, this will be more helpful for you, right? And the next report will be velocity analysis report. This will give you details about individual. For example, if a test manager or test lead is there, they can track how much is planned, how much is executed, those kind of velocity kind of stuff. And downside, if you go there, these are all the person name, the assigned to, you can see it, right? So think automation is my username. Similar to that, in your qtest instance, you may have Arjun, Pradeep, something like that. Some person name will be there. Each person executed, how many test cases they have created, how many test run they have planned, and how many of them they have executed. By resource wise, by person wise, you will be able to see how much they achieved, how much they executed, and how many defects they have submitted in a specific project. all those stuff you will be able to see for each person, right? That's about velocity. So we covered the predefined analysis reports, right? Next, go into a customized report, which is nothing but explore data, and then finally we can come to dashboards, right? Let me take an example. Let me going into test runs, for example. Okay, you can go into any section, but as of now, I'm going into test runs, which will contain details about how many, specifically how many test runs are created in a specific project, or whatever project you are putting a filter here. Whatever project you have chosen here, that project will get displayed here. In the QConnect sample project, how many test runs are there? All the test runs will get displayed there with the so and so detail, what release it got attached to, what the cycle it got attached to, all those details, then the link to the test run, and what is the respective test case that got linked, whether it is a manual or automation, who created it, who executed it, what is the latest result of the test run, whether it is passed or failed, all those information, and who executed first, and how many days it took to complete the execution, all those stuff you will be able to see. Okay, how many requirements were attached to this test run, what is a defect attached to it, all those details you'll be able to see. Okay. Okay, there are some quick settings that we need to do here as well. By default, it is going to execute it is going to display about only 20 records. Okay, if you want to have more data to be displayed, you need to click on this settings icon in your report under explore data, go to paging, and then you need to increase this number either, or you can say you can show all rows, which will display all the records from the report or from the qtest manager. Now it is going to display all the records. Okay, so even though it is going to display all the records, you still need to enable the maximum rows to increase. Okay, I'm going to increase this to 25,000, or else it will show me the pagination kind of stuff. For demonstration purpose, I'm going to display all of them. Okay. Once you make all of both the changes, like show all rows, maximum rows to 25,000, then you need to click on run report. That will do a refresh on this report stuff. That will display all of them. You can just click again this settings button to close this, and after that you will be able to see all the test runs which is available in this qtest instance. If you're having a production instance, if you're using qtest, then you will be having a very large number of test data, very large number of test runs in your qtest. So it may take some additional time. Since I'm using the sample project, it is taking lesser time, right? So this is a total test run data that I have. Okay, from this what I can understand, okay, there are a few stuff that we can do from this table itself. Okay, you can do download this table. Okay, you can export into excel sheet, and you can do further processing in your excel sheet if it is needed. And you have something called embedded script option. You can choose this, and embedded script will get copied to your clipboard. And then if you are using confluence, you can attach this embedded script as a macro. There are some if you refer google, you will come to know. So there you can attach this report itself, then whatever is getting displayed here, that will get displayed over in your confluence as well, right? Other than that, what you can do from this is a raw data that we are getting from qtest, right? So we need to process something. For example, you may need to arrange it by test cycle wise. For example, under test cycle 1.1, I want to see how many test runs were executed, something like that. Okay, to do that, at each column level you can just click on that. Okay, name of the column, you can do sorting, all those stuff, right? You can do grouping for each of the stuff. I'm just grouping by test cycle now. So for each cycle, how many test runs were there, like that, it will get grouped now. Okay, so as a next step, I maybe wanted to have total number of test runs for each test cycle, right? So there is a test run column. I'm just clicking on this test run. I can again I can do aggregate on this. There are different kind of aggregation option you have. Okay, I'm just doing the count option now, which will do total count of the test run for this, right? Once you do that, it will actually count. Okay, now I can see that there are total 41 test runs in total for this sample project. Okay, and for cycle 1.1 I have 8. And similarly, cycle 1.2, I have 8 more. Cycle 2.1, I have 9. Like this, you can interrupt more needed metrics from there. Okay. So now you can ask me. I did the count of I did the aggregation count, all those stuff, but I need more customized report. Like for a particular project, for example, you maybe end up in selecting multiple projects here at that time, or multiple cycles here at that time. You may be asking, for each project I wanted to know how many test runs are passed, how many test runs are failed, those kind of tabular view or summary view. Okay. To do any tabular or summary view, okay, what you need to do, you need to create something called cross tab. Okay. Just click on this cross tab. Once you click on that, there will be option to come what rows you can choose, what should be your column, those kind of stuff. Okay. So now you are seeing new cross tab is getting created. So you need to choose this value accordingly. The header value refers to column of the table, column of the summary. Okay. The what should be your column? For example, I'm going to prepare a report saying that let me pull me a excel so that you will understand it better. Okay. So for example, I want to pull a report, for example, for this project, how many test runs are passed, how many test runs are failed, how many test runs are not executed. Something like this I want to get. This will be project 1, and then pass will be 5, fail will be 2, not executed will be 2, something like that. So like this, I want to pull a summary report. Okay, what you need to do? Okay, first of all, you need to define this these fields. Okay, these columns. Okay, these columns, where it is coming, that you need to see it in qTest Insights. Okay, for example, if you see this table, the below table, you can see that where the pass, fail, or unexecuted status coming. It is coming under latest result, right? You can choose that column here for header value. So I'm gonna choose latest result. Just give me a second. Latest result. Yeah, this is my latest result. Okay, and this label value column is nothing but if you go to Excel, this is the part. Okay, this this was the header column, and this should be the label column. Okay, so the label value, I'm just choosing it here. It can be project. Okay, the project is the one that you want to do. Okay, and secondary label column, I will come to this later, but you no need to give anything like this. Okay, and like that, there is no extra label you need to add. And aggregation one, aggregation is nothing but you want to add this value and display this, right? Something like this, 542, based on that you need to. This is nothing but aggregation. So those aggregation can be done here, aggregate values column. For example, if you are doing report on test run, the summing up your test run ID will be valid. Okay, to get the pass, fail, or count based on your latest result. So I'm gonna give us test run ID. Okay, I'm gonna do count operation, just the count operation, right? After clicking on OK, you will be able to see similar summary report. For example, you can see I have only one project selected, so the project name is coming. How many test cases, how many test runs are blocked, how many of them failed, how many of them incomplete, how many of them passed. Each and every detail, like how we decided here, those similar kind of report came here in your reports. So like this, you need to customize and frame your own reports here, and that can be scheduled or saved for further usage. Okay, I'm going to do little more customization here. Okay, suppose you want to have second level of data inside your project. Okay, I want to see what are all cycles, the cycles that I have created. Based on that as well, I want to see the data. In that situation, what you need to do, you need to add secondary label column. Okay, under that you can choose test cycle. Okay, once you choose test cycle, if you click on OK, this report will get refreshed. Okay, for each project, for each cycle wise, now the test case pass fail count is coming. Okay, like that, you need to create your customized report, customized summary view using the cross tab. The summary option, you can also use sum option. Okay, once you input your sum option, you will be able to see the total numbers at the top. Okay, actually, I'm just moving this to bottom now. If you move this to bottom, okay, you will see total count is 41. How many of them block? All those total count you will be able to see, right? So like this you can create your customized report. Okay, once you complete this customization, you make sure you need to save this report. Like once you click on save as, okay, so you can do think auto report one. Okay, that's what I'm saving this. Right. Once you save this report, you can access it at any time. So I will tell that all those information. Okay. Like this, you have many data here, many artifacts. By requirement level, you can do whatever data you want to have. All those stuff you can do that. I'm just going into test cases now, so I can demonstrate one more report for you. So this is a sample data that I have, how many test cases are there, which is assigned to whom, and which is linked to which requirement, how many test runs are created from this test case. All those information you will be able to see. Okay, so I'm gonna see is there any automation test cases here. Like that, I'm gonna put a summary view now. For I'm gonna see automated. There will be a field called automated. Okay, if it is yes means the test case is actually automated. If it is no means the test case is not automated. So I'm gonna see how many test cases are manual, how many test cases are automated. Something like that. I'm gonna put example. Okay, again project I'm gonna select. This time the aggregation should be test case ID instead of test run ID, since we are putting report under test cases, right? So you need to choose test case ID. Okay, count something like that. So I'm clicking on OK, and the summarize is coming. So all the test cases are manual test cases. Okay, that's why the report is coming as only for no. Okay, like this you can do your own customization. Right. Let's look at the other one, the chart. There is a possibility that you can create chart. Okay. There are different chart that qTest supports, inside supports. Okay. You can do pie chart, you can do bar chart, all those stuff. You can do bar a line chart, pie chart, heat map, whatever chart you want, you can do that. Okay, here as well you need to play around with label column, data column, whatever you need to give. Based on that, if you give that, then the chart will get created. Okay, for example, here it will have what is the project id it was actually. So let me change this to the y-axis. X-axis is project id, y-axis maybe you can choose it to this case id, and then you can count it. Okay, and if you click on generate chart, so it will say you there are 20 test cases are there. Okay, so in this project there are 20 test cases are there. Like that you can put your bar chart or bar chart or whatever you want, right? Let me go into this. I'm just changing this now. Just going into or changing into automated now. Okay, just generating this. Let's see. Okay, all the test cases are automated 20. If you have any automation test case, then you will have 19 and 1, something like that. So like that you can always create chart based on that. Okay, now the next stuff, you also have something called filter here. What does mean by the filter? Okay, for example, you have lots of module, lots of test cycles here arranged here. Okay, and for example all your data arranged in single project, but you want to put a filter on specific releases or specific test cases, something like that. So at that case you can put all your filter. Okay, or by project wise, module wise, whatever way you can put, you can put the filter. For example, I want to see only test case priority equal to low, something like that. Once you put that, if you have valid data, then all the valid set of filtering will be applied, and accordingly either your um, table or whatever the raw data that you have. I do not have anything called low, but if you have proper data, you can always put your filter and do that. Okay, as of now I'm going to delete this filter. This will be useful if you're doing something. For example, if you want to filter out the data only for specific set of assigned to or specific set of date. So there is something at those situation, these kind of filtering will be more useful. Okay, and the next thing will be formula. Let's go into maybe test run logs. Okay, and then we'll see more about filter and formula as well. Right. If you go into this filter now, you can see that, for example, you see there is a manual test case. Let's say this is a test run log level data. So I'm going to put latest result equal to failed. So I'm going to put only the failure column, something like that. Or you can see that if you want to put filter only for specific release, you can do that. Okay, and inside that release you have many option actually. For example, if you want to pull your weekly report, okay, for example, if you want to pull your weekly report, you can actually do execution start date, right? You can actually set this execution start date equal to some date. For example, if you want to see the weekly report, I will be choosing something called sliding date, which is not a constant one. Okay, you can just choose only for this week, okay, or for last week, or for this week or last month, something like that. A whole month or whole week for the last week or last month. You can do all those kind of sliding dates here. Okay, so I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do sliding. Okay, and I will be doing customized. And 1 week ago, 2 week ago, all of this you can do. And also you can also do date range. Okay, with for example, you can start with something called this year. Let me go. This year start. Okay, and the end date should be this year end. Okay, something like that for the whole year. You can put the report something like this. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this year end now, this year end, something like this. So once you add this, then automatically the reports will adjust the uh, data based on so and so reason, based on the criteria that you have given. Okay, automatically this will get adjusted when you move to next year as well. Okay. Right. Like this, you can put all your filters to get your customized report. Okay. Let's go into the formula. Okay, where you can basically you can add a new formula, new column to your existing reports. For example, if you want to add new column, something like if you go to for example, if you go to defects qTest or defects Jira. Okay, so you can add something like how many days it took to uh, complete the defects, close the defect, something like that. You can put those kind of data in formula. Okay, I'm just going into defects now. Okay, there are some defects. Okay, there are some if there is a close date populated, then you can always something validate when I open my defect, when I close my defect, what is the number of days between this. Okay, if there is 5 days, 6 days, which means that the defects closing is taking 5 days for each defect, something like that. You can do. For example, I'm just doing age of the defect. Okay, age. Okay, and the formula you can insert. Okay, the submit date and close date, right? I need to search for submit date here. Okay, first we need to select close date, and then operator minus, and then you need to insert the submit date. Let me search the submit date. Okay, like this you can create your formula, and the data type should be the number. Okay, once you insert this column age will get inserted into your existing table. Okay, something like this. So here you will, as of now I do not have any defects closed, but if you have a defect closed, then it will get minus this column with this column, and the result will get displayed here. Okay, not only this simple formula, if you take a look at it, there are most of the SQL PSQL related formulas supported here. You can do average, you can do case, you can do count, all those operation you will be able to do. Okay, there's a detailed manual here. Okay, you can go and verify this. If you click on this formula help, there is a detail how to use this formula, when to use this formula. There is a detailed information over there. So like this, you can use your own formula like this, right? That's all about the reports. The next thing, we can go into the dashboards. Okay, before going to the dashboard, we have saved some reports, right? Where you can see that. Okay, once you click on some report, once you click on save as, this will get saved to here, saved report. You can click on manage. Once you click on manage, whatever this report that you have saved, that will get displayed here. Okay, and after that you will have action to display. Okay, either you can schedule this report itself to certain users. Okay, once you click on this schedule, okay, you can give some title and you can give the email address, and whatever format you want, you can choose that, and you can schedule it by hourly, weekly, whatever frequency you want. Once you schedule that weekly or monthly based on your schedule, this would get displayed in your email, and you can verify the same report as well. Okay, other than that, you will be able to see something called share report. Okay, you need to click on this share report to show it in this menu. Okay, for example, if I come here, there is nothing get displayed here under saved report. Okay, now I sh- shared this report, which means that it is a Teams report now. Whoever comes into inside, they will be able to see. Okay, and also you need to click on this show in menu. Once you click on this show in menu, this will get available to in the menu option. Okay, so now you can see saved reports is actually displaying think automation report. So like this, you can create your report and share it to your team member via email or via insights as well. Right, we completed analysis report and the customized report. It's going to the dashboard. Okay, dashboard is nothing but the customized view of your visual representation of the data. Okay, there will not be any raw data like how we seen in test case or test run, something like that. Instead of that, everything will be a graphical representation. Okay, Tricentis always provides some of the panels for each automation, how many defects are found, how many automation cases were executed, something like that, how many test cases were executed. And from coverage perspective, you have different dashboards available. And from, for example, if you go into text distribution, so you can see how many test results executed by day, by project, something like that. In addition to that, you can create, for example, if you can scroll it down this image to this dashboard, your dashboard will get created, will get loaded. Okay, and this will get displayed based on the filter what you have here. Okay, you can always go ahead and customize that. Okay, so in addition to this default predefined dashboard items, okay, you can create your own items. How you can create that? Okay, you need to come to your reports. For example, you created some tabular view and some charts, right? How to convert them into a dashboard graphs. Okay, for example, this is a useful uh, uh, block. It is a useful tabular view that will have pass fail count for each cycle wise and the project wise. Okay, how to convert this into dashboard? You have this icon, right, out to dashboard. If you click on that, you can give any name over there. Okay, once you click that, it will get added to dashboard now. Now if you go to your dashboard, same dashboard whatever you were creating, you will have this option now under the execution or the respective stuff. Okay, I'm going into, this is the one I have created now, right? I just drag and drop this. Once I do this drag and drop, then it will get displayed in the dashboard, right? I can just drag and drop to here. Like, you can align it in any manner. Okay, you can do maximize these, minimize these, all those stuff you'll be able to do. Okay, like that you can create your own status, own tabular view, own chart, and you can add it to dashboard, and you can create all your custom dashboard. Okay, you can right click this, just give me a minute. Okay, you can create a new tab. For example, you can have first tab for automation, second tab for this thing, and all those stuff we will be able to do. Okay, and similar to that, this is a shared dashboard. Same thing, you can create your own dashboard with any name. Okay, you can rename it and you can save that. Okay, once you save that, for example, untitled dashboard, the name itself I'm saving. Okay, once you save that, you can go into manage, right? So you can select that show in menu, which will show the dashboard in the menu itself. For others as well, they can directly come here and see. Okay, and you can share this shareable URL. Okay, you can take this URL. Okay, there is a token issue, but you can take this URL and share it with your other stakeholders who do not have access to insights. They can also, with the help of this URL, they can also view your existing dashboard. Okay, there is no need to have license, something like that. The moment they click that URL, they will be able to see the dashboard with whatever the data. This is the real-time data coming from qTest. How many you executed past fail, this will get real-time data. Like that, they will be able to see it. So that's how you need to configure your dashboard, reports, and the analysis, whatever you have. That's it, people. That's all I have for the day. We have learned about detailed qTest reporting and dashboard with the help of qTest Insight. We'll see it in another video. Keep subscribe my video YouTube channel so that the content will reach to more people. Thank you all.